Good evening. The frequency is not in use, I can tell. This is K4PEW, Paul, Mount Juliet for the Mount Juliet. It's net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? I waited long enough. I'm sure there's not. But if there is, just jump in and tell us. If you have an emergency, your real duty is to call 911 first. That's going to get your quickest response, hopefully. If you can't do that, or they won't respond quickly, or they tell you you owe them money, you can tell us, and we'll get over there eventually. So we'll definitely try to help. Let me think, where was it? Oh, from information on this net, you can see us right now on YouTube. You can go to the YouTube page and go to the search block and put in my call, K4PEW. It's not two U's, it's W, not W. And you can go there. You all can see us on our regular website, which is 146415.net, 146415.net. Got some information on Simplex, what we do and what Simplex is all about. We also have the groups.io site, groups.io on the internet, or the World Wide Web, as we seemingly used to call it. You can join you don't have to join it, but you can join our mailing list. There's about 127 people on it at this point. And I think that's all I have on that part. The net normally meets every Saturday and Wednesday night at 8 p.m. We're here lots of other times. This is one of the more active frequencies in Middle Tennessee. At least on Simplex it is. It probably beats out a lot of repeaters. Partially and mostly because people who join the net are interested in Simplex have great antennas and great stations and reasonable elevation, so they're able to do all of that fairly easily without the use of a repeater. Of course, we conduct the net on 146.415 FM Simplex. We also do nets on some other frequencies, which you can see all of that stuff on our groups.io page. As far as, let's see, the purpose of the net is have fun. Make lists. A lot of people keep a list of who they can hear and who they can't hear and figure out why. They often listen on the YouTube channel so they can figure out who I'm talking to if they can't hear themselves. So it's a kind of an interesting way to put it here. Let's see, Daniel Holmes has checked in A4DE. Oh, that's funny. I know he'll be on the air later, as I think he will be. Let's see, what else? Announcements. We have the announcement tonight's the 2-meter net on 146.415, followed by the 10-meter net on 28.415. That's 28.415 upper sideband. And we've had a good response. We've had anywhere from, I don't know, between the Sunday night net, which I also need to mention, Sunday night we have a net on 10 meters, also on 28.415. That's conducted by Michael KM4YRF. So don't forget to write that on your calendar as well. But if you get up on the email list, you'll get the reminders. Let's see, what else do I have for you? That's the only announcements I have. The bowling tomorrow night. Bowling Green Net at 7:30 p.m. on 146.430, followed by, on a different frequency, of course, the Wilson County Amateur Radio Club's information net at 8 p.m. on their repeater. And that is a 147.105 positive offset and a positive attitude. And it's on the PL of 156.7. Does anybody have any questions or additional announcements for the net other than the Santa net, which is the 24th? You'll be getting 2 more reminders. If you need one later today, and you'll also be getting one the day before the event about the Santa net. And that's done by Tony, KF4KFQ. He's been doing this, his 19th year doing the Santa net, but it's his first on this. No, it's not the first on this frequency. It's the first where it'll be exclusively on this frequency and on YouTube, so it'll be kind of nice. It'll also be simulcast on 446.415. And he's doing that from Smyrna, so point your antennas towards Smyrna. He's got a pretty good signal out of Smyrna, so most of you should be able to hear it. But if you can't, you can just tune into the YouTube frequency, the YouTube channel, which is the K4PEW channel, just like they're on now. All right, I think that's all I have for the moment. Is there any additions to the announcements? Hey, you just checking in, or you got announcements there, Carl?
Yeah, I have an announcement. We talked about last week. I decided to try digital Simplex try that out. Next week I'll move on to Fusion and then DMR.
You said 7:45 for this coming Saturday night?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that'll be great. All right, that's a good announcement there, Carl. Carl is in Franklin. He's got a really good signal, but he wants to do some digital radio, and he's inviting people to join the net at 7:45 p.m. starting this Saturday. Saturday nights will be D-Star only, unless you force them to do something different. But that's going to be on the frequency of 146.460. I know that those of you who have D-Star capabilities and you're registered, obviously. Well, if it's Simplex, it's all going to be Simplex, right, Carl?
Yes, sir.
Well, then registration doesn't matter. You can have a D-Star radio and talk all you want.
That's right.
Very good. For those of you who do have D-Star, again, 7:45 p.m. this coming Saturday, which makes it, let's see, 16, 17, that's the 19th. It's 7:45 p.m. 146.460. I'm glad you're grabbing onto that, Carl. I often, I've told people over and over again, if I had D-Star, I would start a net with D-Star. I just don't have D-Star. I got enough to do. I do have DMR though, and of course there's the Fusion we can do too because I have Fusion. But if we ever get into that, maybe other people will want to do those nets. Carl, do you have Fusion?
I do. Yeah, that's why I think this Saturday I'll do DMR, and then like maybe next Saturday we'll do Fusion, and then next Saturday we'll do DMR. I'm sorry, DMR the last time we start with.
Ah, very good. Yeah, he hopes to do all three of those if there's some participation. And Carl, don't be too flustered if it's. By the way, I'm going to be sending out a reminder to a large group of people, larger than our own net here, about not only about our Simplex, but that way I can also announce your D-Star net. I think there'll be a lot of people interested in that. Is that a good idea?
Yeah, sounds good. Calling the study because I'm hoping to get a grant to do it.
Oh, is that right? Oh, that'd be cool. Oh man, can I get a grant for the last 6 years?
Yeah, well, I can wish anyway. It ain't in you.
No, I understand. No, that'll be cool. So I will. I'll send that out on the group. It'll be on the group. No, I won't have to do it here, but I've got another list that has I have access to. It's got about 1,300 local hands. So that ought to get out pretty good. But word of mouth is great, and again, D-Star Net, 7:30 p.m. Saturday. Point your antennas toward Franklin. That's where Carl is, and it's November 8, November Uniform Tango. If you have questions, you can contact him, and your email is good on QRZ?
Yes, sir.
All right, ready to contact Carl on his email address, which is good on QRZ, and that's November 8, November Uniform Tango. And again, all three of those big P25 is nice, and everybody's got P25, but I don't know anybody who's got P25. But D-Star, Fusion, and DMR are all hopefully going to be conducted on that frequency. All right, very good. Do we have any other great announcements? Well, very good. This is net number 649, if you're keeping track, and we're starting from the east. Of course, we do the lightning round check-ins, which are we'd like your call, your name, not like, we demand it, because I have a terrible memory in my old age. We ask for your call. There's no demand. We ask for your call, your name, and your location, and that's not your home address. Just the closest cross street or municipality you live in, even if it's unincorporated. Anyway, starting from the east, we'll go ahead and start taking check-ins now. Is there any more comments first before we go on? Any other announcements, corrections, announcements, criticisms, announcements? Go ahead. All right, very good. We're going to start from the east end. Please come now.
Okay. Whiskey Alpha 4, Zulu Hotel India, James and Mount Juliet.
Ah, very good. Whiskey Alpha Hotel, I'll get it right. Zulu Hotel India. Yeah, ZHI, right?
That's correct.
I started to write it down. It didn't look right. Very good. That's James right here in Mount Juliet. Nice, cool night for you, James. I know I didn't spend much time outside today. How about you?
I'm trying not to.
Yeah, no, it's kind of creepy out there, cold and humid. Anyway, that was James. Whiskey Alpha 4, Zulu Hotel India here in Mount Juliet. Who else is no? Excuse me, East.
W4VX. KI4SOR.
All right, I got three in there. Well, I guess I have two, but three calls. We had excuse me, we had Eddie there in Gladeville. Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-ray. All good with you, Eddie?
Yeah, doing very well. Thanks for doing the net, Paul, and all you do, and hope everybody's staying warm. W4VX.
Yeah, somebody's. I forgot to mention. I realized after all these nets and all these years, I'm really at the center. Not only am I at a great elevation, I'm really close to the center of the cultural universe, being I'm only about 2,500 feet west of Beaumont.
That's right. You're closer than anybody else.
All right, very good. That's Eddie. He's in Gladeville. Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-ray. Who else is east?
KL4DGC.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on there, Johnny. I had let's see, who'd I have? Well, I had Richard, KI4 singing in the barn. That's Richard and his better half. That would be KI4 SOR. That's Stephanie. And appreciate Rich. Everything going with you, Richard?
Everything's hunky-dory fine. We're getting her back on track, and things are looking up. Thanks for what you do, and take care. We're looking forward to the next one. Catch you later. KI4S. I'll be back to net.
So you must be busy, man, during the day. I haven't heard you at all for the last few days.
Well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I usually work. And Thursday, Friday, I don't do much. So you're probably going to hear more of me on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
All right, sounds good. We'll say hello to your wife and tell her we hope she gets better completely. And again, that was Richard, KI4SIB, and there's Stephanie, KI4SOR, just west of Lebanon. Johnny, I hear you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Just trying to ease along. Wish me well on my general, because I'll be taking it pretty soon.
Ah, very good. Just have the discipline. I'm sure you already have, but I know how I did those tests. It was called sit down and do 30 minutes to an hour every night going over the questions and the answers. And if you don't understand them, look them up.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, no, it just takes discipline. The same discipline I didn't have in high school. Just like what's his name? I can't think of his name. Fred Sanford said. Well, he said it was actually the real person. Fox, Red Fox. He said there's only one thing kept him out of college, and that was high school. Who else is good to have you in there, Johnny? Who else is east?
KE4TWO.
Hey, very good. Hey, did you hear what Robin? Robin told me earlier that yesterday evening, yesterday sometime, must have been evening because he works, but there was somebody retransmitting HF out of 446,000. Sounds weird, huh?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Wes. Robin just told me that, yesterday in a text that 446.0 was retransmitting HF.
Oh, all right. I'm not surprised, but we got to defend our simplex slices of the spectrum. Oh well. KE4TW.
Well, the best way to do that is to stay on the air. Very good. That's Wes. He's near Watertown. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. Who else is east? Hey, Stan. Doing well? I'm doing good as long as I'm not outside wearing just a t-shirt. Yeah, it's what do I got here? Oh, my sensor went bad. I'm guessing it's in the 30s maybe.
36.
Oh yeah, 36 and wet. Well, very good, Stan. I hope you're doing all right. That was Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. He's also in Lebanon, just a little bit north of the square. I guess that's downtown. It must be. Who else? And they did say it right this time. Lebanon. Who else is east?
KE4DEC.
Ah, very good. You got a good signal tonight there, Earl.
Yeah, must be conditions. I've been hearing people all off and on all day today that I haven't heard in quite a spell on the scan mode.
Ah, very good. Yeah, the conditions have been pretty good the last few days. I was up on 70 centimeters. The conditions were good for that as well.
Well, cool deal. Yeah, I heard y'all tinkering around with that. I didn't go through to turn that part of the radio on, but
anyway, it is what it is. I hope everybody's doing well out there, and looking forward to a nice snowy weekend. I got my 10-inch of snow order in, so get mine. KE4DEC.
Well, gas up your snowblower and be ready. That was Earl, Kilo, Echo 4, Delta, Echo Zulu. He is over just east of Cedars 11, Park, Maureen. No more east, then we'll go over to north.
WB0NLO, Mark in Northwest Wilson.
Ah, very good, Mark. Did you get that Groups IO thing straightened out?
Well, I did. I ended up shoveling it off to a guy that was already doing groups on Google. So he set it up over there just in the nick of time. But thanks for your help anyway.
Oh yeah, no. Google has a good. I think it's a pretty good system. I'm not familiar with it. I know of it, and I'm on some Google groups, but they don't seem to have the same activity that the Groups IO does.
Well, he turned it on. I gave him a CSV file of all the users on the old Yahoo groups, and he was able to get it imported, and it was on the air the same night.
Oh, great. When I say it's not active, when I say that, I remember a couple of groups that don't have much activity on their Google groups. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, well, we started this as a technical group, and then it turned into, as I said, making fun of each other.
Making fun of their car choices?
Yep, that and anything else that was fair game.
Well, that's just the car fellowship, I guess, the car owners fellowship that goes along with almost any of them.
Yep, it does. Well, thank you much.
Very good, Mark. That's Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar, and he's up in Northwest Wilson. Who else is north?
KK, Frank in Northwest Mount Juliet.
Yeah, very good, Frank. Everything going well? I haven't heard from you in a while. You doing all right?
Yeah, doing good. Yeah, I think I was on the last net. Yeah, I was. But yeah, Mr. Breakfast, that's what it was.
Maybe that's what it was. It's like you leave a hole there, that just can't be filled by anybody else.
Yeah, I know, but you know what's good? I didn't eat a bunch of donuts. I usually take them home, and then I'm eating them for 3 days.
Oh, there was a bunch of donuts too, because there was only 4 of us showed up. So there was 2 dozen. Well, I think it was a dozen of those what do they call them? Sliders. No, they were really those apple fritters, and you eat one and you don't have to eat for about a week. And then there was another dozen donuts.
Yeah, those are going to put me in the grave if I'm not careful. Them things are too good. It should be illegal. I'm glad they're not though.
Yeah, what could be wrong with a whole bunch of carbs, a whole bunch of sugar, and a whole bunch of deep fried fat?
Oh, nothing. Yeah, no, I had them for my birthday once, and yeah, I had them for all week. I ate one every day for like 5 days in a row, and man, I tell you, yeah, you're right. You don't want to. It's hard to move after that. But I have not done the whole stick of butter thing like somebody recommended. I don't know. That just sounds delicious, but sounds like it would kill me instantly. But anyway, thanks for doing that. Back over to Net Control, KB9RKK.
Yeah, I've taken some of those Kroger apple fritters, and then when I had, I buy I think there's 4 in a box, and usually the second day I'll get up and put the fritter on a plate, and then take a big slab of butter and drop it right in the middle of it, and then slap it in the microwave oven for 20 or 30 seconds, and it tastes even better.
That's what I mean. That was you that said it. Yeah, I don't think I could do that. Oh man, I don't want to start that habit.
No, that's why I don't buy them. I really don't buy them anymore. And my wife has occasionally brought them home, like, "Oh, this is a gift for you," and I go, "Please don't buy this. Like bringing me crack cocaine or something."
Right. Well, sugar is a drug. It really is. Yeah, it's hard to quit. And when you do, you actually start like having like cravings for it. I wish I did not have a sweet tooth. I really wish I could turn that off.
You can, but you're gonna have to go into rehab.
Yep. All right. Back over to you. Give me that RKK.
Very good, Frank. That was good talk to you. That was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo, Northwest Mount Juliet. Who else is north?
W3, JCH, Justin, and Oscar 4, Juliet, November, Carlos.
All right, hold on 1 second. I heard the first one, but not the second. I had Whiskey 3, Juliet, Charlie, Hotel, Justin, and Gallatin. Everything going all right? You're in?
Going great up here on my end there, Paul.
Sounds good. Glad to have you in there. Again, as always, that's Whiskey 3, Juliet, Charlie, Hotel. That's Justin and Gallatin. There was another station in there. Who was that, North?
KO4JNY, Carlos.
Ah, very good. Carlos, are you home in the car or in the park with the car?
At home in the car.
Ah, very good. Yeah, you're going to have to leave the car running to be warm, I think.
Yeah, I do. It's pretty cold right now.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, very good, Carlos. Good to have you in there. Carlos is in Hendersonville, just on the other side of the river from, I'm almost due north of me, but just across the river. Signal's always good. He's in a mobile unit until he gets something in the house. It's Kilo Oscar 4, Juliet, November Yankee. Just got licensed last month, so he's a relatively new hand. So if you hear him on the air, give him a hard time. Who else is north? I don't give him a hard time.
Alpha 4 Delta Echo, Daniel Mount Juliet.
Ah, very good, Daniel. Well, I just looked up. You were the first one, the second one to post on that live chat here. I rarely look at that because I'm too easily distracted. There's a whole bunch of stuff on there today. Anyway, how you doing, Dan?
I'm doing great, Paul. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing real good. I guess considering, I mean, with being retired, my days are just packed.
I understand.
All right, very good. Yeah, Daniel's here in Mount Juliet. That's Alpha 4 Delta Echo. Good to have you in there. Who else is north? Anybody else north?
Kilo 4 Alpha Kilo Car.
There was Alpha Kilo.
K4AKK. Zachary, Macon County. No traffic.
Oh, very good. I'm sorry. I missed the last letter. That's why I was confused by that. Anyway, good to have you in there, Zachary. How are you copying people from where you are?
Over 50% of the people I can't hear. Some of them I cannot copy. I make it static, but that's understandable.
And Zachary, you're in Lafayette, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, well, that's a good reason. I mean, you're a good stretch from here, and there's a lot of terrain from a lot of the guys, especially south and west. You'd have a lot of problems with that, imagine.
According to Google Maps, I am 36.44 miles from Providence at I-40.
Oh, yeah, so that would be about the distance. But you do well to me, and obviously, I'm guessing my signal is pretty good to you.
Yes, sir, full quality.
Okay, very good. Very good. Yeah, you're doing about an S7 here, so you're not doing too bad. But which antenna are you using, Zachary?
My radio, Yaesu 7250, 100 feet of Belden 9913, and a Comet GP3 23 feet off the ground, and my ground elevation is 1,000 feet.
Ah, that 1,000 feet helps a lot, doesn't it? The only thing I would recommend is that when you can, or if you're interested, but you've got the elevation, and I'm guessing that if you had bumped that up to the better gain Comet, which I believe is a GP9, a lot of people tell me they have really good experience with the GP9s.
That is the plan. I just have to get the monies together.
Oh, no, it's the money and the XYL approval. You know the deal.
She's sitting just behind me, nodding her head currently.
Very good. I'm with you. Yeah, very good. That's Zachary. He's in Lafayette with a good signal. It's S7 to me, so he's doing real well. Kilo 4 Alpha Kilo. Of course, he's in a really desirable position. He's at 1,000 feet elevation and a nice antenna, GP3. So he's doing real good. Anyway, who else is north?
Question.
Yeah, go ahead, Richard.
I just want to know if Zachary can hear me up there. KI4SIB. Zach, can you hear me up there?
You are also full quality, sir.
Well, that I wouldn't have thought that. Thank you. You're putting about 3/4 scale on my Yaesu 7800.
As you are me. On 2 meter, I don't pay a lot of attention to the scale, but I feel like me and you could talk all day just fine.
I don't think that'd be a problem. Carry on. Thank you for what you do, Paul. And thank you, Zachary. Talk to you when I can. KI4SIB.
Very good. That was, again, Zachary, Kilo 4 Alpha Kilo Kilo, and jumping in for a little radio check was Richard, Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo. Who else is north or west?
Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot.
Ah, very good. Signal sounds good tonight there, Rick.
Thank you. Everybody, I'm hearing a lot of people. Richard's about to blow me out. My good Earl sounded like he was in the room with me. I don't know what's going on, but I'm glad. It sounds really good.
Yeah, excellent conditions. Yeah. For those of you who can hear Rick, he's out in Ashland City. That's Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. He says the conditions are good, and he's hearing up to the northeast. And were you able to hear Lafayette at all, Rick?
Who was that?
That was Zachary, Kilo 4 Alpha Kilo Kilo.
No, I could not hear him.
All righty. Got to get that beam up, man.
I know it.
I'll just keep bugging you, you know. I'll even come out and help if I have to.
You just keep it going, man. It's all good. We'll get it up.
All right, very good. That was Rick, Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Obviously, the conditions are very good tonight. Who else is west?
AM4 YRF, Mike and Belchire.
Papa Foxtrot, Will.
Hold on. I heard the Papa Foxtrot station, but let me get Mike first. I did. You guys doubled a little bit, but and Mike covered you up. That's Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot Michael. Everything well?
Everything's good.
I hear the shoulder's doing better.
Gets better every week.
Yeah, well, when you pay for therapy, that's what you get. A better. Well, you get better and you get lower in your pocketbook.
Yeah, you're right about that. Had a little pain today during therapy for the first time, but it was well worth it.
The pain was well worth it. Well, I hope so, as long as it works out better for mobility.
Well, it only lasts a second or two, and then it felt better.
I've had pain that only lasted a second or two, nearly put me to my knees.
Me too. Well, I fell flat on my face.
Oh man, you're doing all right there on that when you fell the other day on your knee?
Oh yeah, it just was embarrassing and didn't have time to change clothes, came with mud on my pants, but that's the way life is.
Oh yeah, the only thing you heard was your pride.
That's right.
All right, who's that other station, the Papa Foxtrot station?
Okay, thanks, Paul. This is Taylor Ford, XF, Will in Nashville. And sorry about doubling like that before.
Oh no big deal. There's no reason to apologize. It's 90, well, about 100% of the time when people double, it's by accident, because rarely do people double on purpose. But anyway, what antenna? Your signal's a little low. I forget, did you have a really bad antenna?
Well, I'm actually talking on an HT. I've got a diamond aftermarket antenna on it, but it's cut up with the HT tonight.
Ah, very good. So you're doing 5 watts on an HT. And what's the closest street that we know of there over there?
Franklin Road and Old Hickory Boulevard there in Brentwood.
Ah, okay. Franklin Road and Old Hickory Boulevard. And Will is on an HT with a nicer than a rubber ducky antenna, but I've got a copy on him, just a little weak, and so I presumed that he had lost an antenna on his house or something. That's Kilo Mike 4 Zulu Papa Foxtrot. Will in where did you say you were?
Nashville, but it's also Kilo November 4 Zulu Papa Foxtrot.
Oh, sorry about that, Will. That's really Nashville. That's right. I was thinking it was something else for some reason. Anyway, again, Kilo November 4 Zulu Papa Foxtrot. Will in Nashville on his HT. If you couldn't hear him, that's why. Who else is west? All right, Chris and Donaldson. Heard you doing some mic tests today.
Yeah, and at a certain point, it all gets very subjective, and then there's a threshold where I can't analyze it anymore. That's how it comes with audio for me. For some reason, I can only take so much for my ears. But yeah, it all sounds the same.
Yeah, it does. Well, you feel like you're the guy at the dentist. I mean, not the dentist, but the optical shop when he goes 1 or 2, 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's funny how quick they get that done, and they collect their like $90, you know.
Well, yeah. Well, see, I guess somebody owes you $90.
Different than an optical exam, but it was an ear exam. Let's do it. No, I was happy to help. But and speaking of condition, my gauge is always how well can I hear Richard? Certain nights I can't hear him at all, and then tonight he was louder, and you know I could hear every word he was saying. So it's kind of funny. I generally can't hear Rick, but I know it's really good on certain mornings if I can hear Earl. But of course, you know, this is the you know, greater Nashville indoor antenna, so you know what again.
Oh yeah, no, you do fine with that antenna. It's just that obviously if you had it up on top of the roof and you know, a nice, well, that antenna just on top of the roof. How's that sound?
I would be in a whole different place. It'd be awesome. I can't wait.
Oh yeah. Anyway, that's Chris. He's in Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. Who else is West?
Victor, Jack, and Donald.
All right, had 2 in there, Jack and Donaldson, and we had Jeff. Jeff, you doing all right? Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf there in Madison.
That's WF14. Yeah, good evening, Paul, everyone. Yeah, just kind of hanging out, taking it easy. What was that frequency that's going to be used with the digital simplex?
146.460.
Okay. All right. I'll write that down when he does C4 FM. I'll try that out.
Yeah, very good. Anyway, yeah, it's nice to have somebody doing that. I was hoping somebody'd pick it up. Not that I have a great interest in D-Star because I don't have a radio, but I just feel that there's a bunch of people out there with D-Star, and I don't know of any D-Star repeaters that are up, and not that I keep track of that, but I'm told there aren't any. And so I thought, man, there just needs to be some simplex frequency going on.
Like Dark used to have a D-Star repeater. I don't know if it's working or not. I don't have D-Star, but I thought they had one at one time. You know, somebody may be able to clarify that, but you know, I think they did have one at one time. I don't know if it's still working.
No, it was taken down for, I think, because it all came off the D-Star repeater and AF4TZ's repeater on 147.015 came down when they moved off of Sullivan's Ridge. That's my understanding. And I don't know where it is now. It's somewhere in Nashville in a building. But no, the D-Star repeater, as far as I know, did not go back up. And I'm pretty sure somebody will tell me I'm right on that.
Okay, I haven't heard anything about it, so I just knew there was one at one time. But other than that, I'm just kind of hanging out, taking it easy.
Very good. That was Jeff in Madison, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Jack, did I hear you in there?
Yeah, I've been here.
All righty, that's I forgot your call. I know it's India Lima Victor, and those are 4 in there. So is it Kilo Golf 4 or is it just Kilo 4?
Yeah, Roger. Kilo Golf 4.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I thought it was almost a mirror image. Well, at least the Kilo Golf 4 with Chris over there in Donaldson. You doing all right, Jack?
Oh yeah, doing great.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think if it gets any colder, we won't be, and nobody will show up at the breakfast.
Well, there's a chance.
No, I'll go into either case. I'll bring my own coffee and donuts and just sit there.
Bring your own snowshoes.
Oh man, this past one was pretty cool, but wasn't that bad. Really wasn't that bad. There was hardly anybody in the park, and plus I found out that they closed the bathrooms in the winter months, and I guess that started the day we were there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, well, that's what trees are for. You just park up next to one and go ahead. All right, that was Jack and Donaldson. Kilo Golf for India Lima Victor. Who else, Wes?
Kilo Oscar 4 Hotel Sierra Delta. David.
Hey, David. You doing well?
Doing well, Paul. I trying to head out this week with my antenna moved from the attic to the outside. Hearing a little bit more people, but not a great deal more than I did before with it in the attic.
Oh yeah, no, it should be noticeable, and obviously you have noticed it. It's just that you don't think the attic would really have that much interference with signals, but it does. It has some interference.
Yeah, I was really picking up Frank really strong, and Eddie, and Rick, and Daniel, Chris. That's about it, and Mike.
Okay, very good. Yeah, if I forget, which antenna was it?
That's the GP1.
Ah, very good. Yeah, I just wish everybody would buy the most expensive antenna. If you like Comet, you get the GP9. If you get like Diamond, the X700. But not everybody wants to blow $300 and $400 for an antenna.
Yeah, the GP1 was the tallest I could fit in my attic space. That's what determined that.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I think you might have heard me say when I had my 96-inch tall homemade, what they call a Super J pole. That part of my attic is fairly tall, but I had to lean the antenna over about 25, 30 degrees. And it didn't, it stunk anyway in my attic. I was trying to do a simplex now. If I was just working repeaters, it would have worked great.
Yep, that's the truth.
Very good. That was David that's in Bellevue, right?
Yes, Bellevue.
Yeah, good old Bellevue. Kilo Oscar 4 Hotel Sierra Delta moved his GP1 up to the outside and is here in a few more stations, which is good news, I think. I think over time you'll even, I don't know, how long have you had it up there?
I just put it up this evening. It's on a temporary pole right now, so it's definitely going to have to come down tonight. But yeah, it's temporary.
Ah, very good, very good. Well, the higher you can get it, the better. As you know, even a bad antenna with a great elevation can, you could have an HT at 300 feet and talk to everybody probably. Anyway, again, David, Kilo Oscar for Hotel Sierra Delta, finding out that the outside the attic's better than inside the attic, and he's in Bellevue. Who else is west? Anybody else west?
W4 Echo Alpha Charlie.
All right, Alan. Everything going well?
Man, any better? I couldn't stand it. Just doing a lot of mic tests.
Yeah, very good. I'm sure you got a lot of work to do between school and radio stuff.
I say the least.
Very good. But everything else is going okay?
Yep, doing fine. Just waiting for next month's activities.
Next month's. What's next month's activities?
You'll read it in the headlines, I'm sure.
Okay, very good. That's Alan, Whiskey 4 Echo Alpha Charlie. He is in, he's in Donaldson. That's where he is. I didn't think about that for a second. Anyway, I get it all confused between Donaldson, Hermitage, and all the other stuff that's over in that area. Anyway, Whiskey 4 Echo Alpha Charlie. Alan in Donaldson. Who else is west? Any else west?
Comment.
Okay, Mr. Comment, go ahead.
This is K4AKK, Zachary in Macon County. I don't know if he can hear me, but let Edward know that he is coming into my station almost full gliding at 45 miles away.
Oh, really? That was the last station, Whiskey 4 Echo Alpha Charlie?
Yes, sir. He's the only one that far west that I can hear at all.
Oh, cool. Cool. Alan, you heard that. He's hearing you up there in Lafayette Railroad.
I got my squads a little tight on the threshold, so let me see if I can loosen it up just a little bit and have him come back.
Okay, say it again, Zachary. Just give you a call out so he can hear you because he had his squelch turned up too high.
W4EAC. This is Kilo 4 Alpha Kilo Kilo. You're the furthest west station on this net that I've ever heard. And you're coming in, if this was HF, I would say that you were a 4 and 7. You've got some static, but we would have no trouble having a conversation.
Catch any of that, Alan?
Negative. No copy.
Oh, wow. See, the reciprocity isn't working for you because he's hearing you essentially S7 and you're not copying him at all. So I guess you're officially an alligator station.
Well, somebody called me the other day and told me to come by and pick up that same antenna you got, brand new in the box, if I come over and help on the repeater. So maybe my problem will be resolved before long.
Oh, cool. That'd be great. Yep, that'd be wonderful. Then you could be even louder to him, and you could even hear him.
Well, I'll probably turn around and sell it. I've got a couple of these other German antennas I need to get rid of as well. I'm actually going to go back up with the Ringo Ranger 2, that one we used from back in the 70s. So it'll take a KW, where the other ones will probably burn out.
Oh, no. Well, I know mine won't take a KW.
Except they ever get around to building the amplifier. All right, let me get back at it. Again, thanks for all you do, and thanks for the guys helping me with the microphone check. We've got plenty more coming down the road.
Yeah, very good. That was Alan, Whiskey 4 Echo Alpha Charlie, again, working to improve his antenna situation. Who else is west? West or south? Okay, go ahead, Mike.
I can hear Zachary. Great.
Ah, Zachary, you heard that from Belshire, just on northeast Nashville.
Hey, checking. I caught a little bit of that. Can I get his call sign?
That's Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot.
Stand by, and I will give you the mileage.
Yeah, very good. Michael, you were going to say you hear him real well?
Yeah. He has no signal strength, but his audio is coming through.
Yeah, I figured you're probably about 37, 38 miles from him.
What is that call, Cap, or something?
Zachary's call is Kilo 4 Alpha Kilo Kilo.
Okay, I just wanted to jot it down real quick. Thank you, Cap.
Yeah, this is Radio Central here. Like I said, the Cultural and Ham Radio Simplex center of the universe, right adjacent to Walmart.
Comment?
Yeah, go ahead, comment.
Kilo Mike 4 Yankee, whatever R is, Romeo, Romeo Foxtrot. He is 46.19 miles from my location.
Huh. And you're showing his addresses in Nashville?
Yes, according to QRZ, Rugby Drive. That is correct.
Oh, so that's 46 miles. Belshire is farther than I thought from Lafayette.
I'll take that any day.
Yeah, that's good. That's great on 46 miles. But it's funny because sometimes, in spite of that, because of other obstructions, other parties might not necessarily hear you, or vice versa.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Comment.
Hey, go ahead, Mike. Richard.
Lafayette always up at the top of the state. He's right there at the Kentucky state line. And yeah, it's a pretty good jump up there. And the terrain between us and him is not very kind either. He must, that 1,000-foot mark he's on is helping him tremendously.
Oh, absolutely. No, yeah, he's like 35 miles to me, and he's even less to you. I don't know what that would be. I'm saying it's about 30 or 28, but to Michael being 40 something is a little bit more of a stretch.
Comment?
Yeah, go ahead, comment.
It's me again. Not only do I have the elevation, but if you look at the topography of Middle Tennessee, not only am I on the Highland Rim, but I actually live on a little ridge that juts out into the Nashville Basin. So it's not like I'm miles and miles up on the Highland Rim. I am literally looking down into the Nashville Basin from a topography standpoint.
Yeah, very good. Now you have a good signal into this area. I don't know how well it goes out altogether, but obviously you're hearing stations 40-something miles to the southwest, and me 35 miles to the south, a little more towards southwest. But yeah, you're doing great, Zach.
Well, I appreciate that, but I'm willing to give radio checks to whoever is interested. Kilo 4 Alpha Kilo Kilo. That's your name.
Yeah, very good. Again, that was, if you couldn't hear him, that was Kilo 4 Alpha Kilo Kilo, and he is in Lafayette. Quite a stretch for most of us. Who else is west or south?
KF4 KFQ. Or Tango Yankee Juliet, Jim, and north of Woodbury.
Okay, hold on. We had two people in there. We had Kilo Echo, excuse me. Yeah, we did have Kilo Echo 4 Tango. Oh, man. I forgot your call again. Isn't that terrible? Talk to you all the time. I can't remember your call. But anyway, we're going with Tony first. Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec. Everything going well, Tony?
I'm above ground taking solid food. And personal note, I sent you an email with the final PowerPoint for the SantaNet and the final flyer for the SantaNet that if you would be so kind to distribute to your herd of millions.
Oh, yeah. No, I got it. I did see it, and I did look at it. All right, very good, Tony. I'm glad things are going well. By the way, you actually have to be, if you're sitting up and taking solid food, it's even better.
Well, you do the best you can. I figure as long as they've taken the feeding tube out of my nose, I'm doing good.
Yeah, that's not. I had that once, and that was enough. It wasn't a feeding tube. It was a tube they stuck down there to empty my stomach before I had surgery, or during surgery, or whatever.
Well, I hope everybody tunes in to the SantaNet on Christmas Eve. Please feel free to participate. And if you have any little ones, third party them in and let them talk to Santa on North Pole 1. KF4QQ.
All righty, we had very good, Tony. That was Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec, and next up was Jim in Woodbury, and that's Kilo Echo 4 Tango. Is it Tango? I forget. Is it Tango Yankee Juliet? Do you think I'd know?
I would think you would know. You've heard it enough. Yes, it is KE for Tango Yankee Juliet.
Oh, that's funny. Well, I mean, it's in, like I said, in the same boat as you could randomly, you could ask me what a ham's last name is, and I won't know it. I have no idea what some people's last names are.
I understand. Mostly by call, most of them, except probably me.
Well, no, I got it right this time. I just had to work my way up to it.
Yeah, kind of like trial and error. I got you. Anyways, most of the people I can hear it sounding good. I'm only pointing northwest from IQTH. But anyways, good to hear people, and Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yeah, very good. That was Jim in Woodbury. Anybody else? That's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Who else? Anybody else? Sal? I'm betting that's Charles. Is that Charles?
Yep.
Yeah, he must be up in the Northwest. Is he up there now?
I think he may be in Ashland City now.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Up in the Northwest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure and he must still be on his mobile. But he passed the thing here on the. Yeah, tell him the 65 watts isn't going to help if he's going to use that mobile rig.
Okay, will do.
He's thinking he's going to do better with the 65 watts instead of 50. But if you're still if I can't hear you on 50 watts, I'm not going to hear you on 65. Anyway, that was Charles with a decent attempt. He's up there in Ashland City vicinity. Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot. Foxtrot. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough in any case getting out of that area, Ashland City and Clarksville, and up towards that direction. The northwest from me that far. It's really rugged getting back to me. I've tried to talk to Clarksville direct, and it's just I can't usually make it. I get Jolton just fine actually. But Jolton's got a decent elevation and they're close enough. Anyway, it was Charles Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot, and I think he's in Ashland City. Who else is south?
W0GZR, Mark in
Nashville. All right, very good. That was Mark in Nashville. It's Whiskey Zero. Man, I just messed up your call again. Whiskey Zero. It's GZR. I wrote down your call and I left out the Z.
Hey, you did just fine. Ground Zero Radio.
Yeah, that's right. Gorilla Z Rodeo.
Whatever you want to call me. A lot of people call me Geezer.
Oh, I know. Very good. Everything going well?
Going best as it can.
All right, best as it can. Yeah, well, yeah, that's right. It's like my mother used to say. She said she wished she'd been born rich instead of good looking. That's I'm in the same boat.
Oh, come on now.
Very good. That's Mark in Nashville. Whiskey Zero. Golf Zulu Romeo. Who else is south or anywhere?
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
All right, Larry. Good to have you in there. You just got in there late, did you?
I just been waiting on everybody.
Ah, okay, very good. You copying most stations tonight?
Yeah, I heard that last one somewhere. I can't remember where you said it was, but I could hear him and you couldn't.
Oh, that was Charles. I guess he's up in around Ashland City on a mobile rig.
All right, carry on, man. KE4SYB.
Very good. That's Larry, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor, and he is in where is he? Rockville. Who else is any place?
Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar Donnie Hermitage.
All right, Donnie, in any place, Hermitage. It's Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar. All going well?
Everything going fine. Thank you for asking.
Very good. That was Donnie. He's in Hermitage, about 5 or 6 miles south of me. Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar. Who else is south or anywhere?
Whiskey Victor 4 Delta Ken and Smyrna.
Can you pass your bedtime, Ken?
Oh, not yet, Paul. But getting close.
My bedtime is when I get tired, and usually it's pretty late. It's usually close to midnight.
Sometimes it is.
Yeah, very good. That's Ken. He's in Smyrna. And if you tried without even trying too hard, you could probably hit Tony, KF4 or KFQ's house with a rock.
Absolutely. Golf ball.
Yeah, golf ball. It's easier to throw. Very good. Again, Whiskey Victor 4 Delta in Smyrna. His name is Ken. Who else is south or anywhere? Again, with that station, a little weak. I'm not sure who that was. Anybody else copying that?
Relay.
Yeah, go ahead.
KC2LFC.
That's over east, I think, or I forget if that's in Henderson. Is that in oh gosh, KC2 Kilo Charlie 2 Lima Foxtrot Tango. Tell me where you are again.
Richard is in Hartsville, or very near Hartsville in Trousdale County.
Ah, very good. I couldn't remember the name of the town. Been there several times. I just couldn't remember Hartsville's name. Yeah, Richard's bad conditions for you tonight. So the last time you were on here sounded real good. So let's hope for better times. That's Kilo Charlie 2 Lima Foxtrot Tango. Is anybody else copying Richard? Yeah, it must have been slim conditions out of Hartsville tonight. I don't know what the deal was, because tonight's been pretty good on conditions. Again, Kilo Charlie 2 Lima Foxtrot Tango. Who else is any place? Any late check-ins?
Whiskey 4 Delta Tango Charlie. David here in Gallatin.
Hey, David. You jumped in there late. You almost caught the sandbagger portion.
Yeah, usually kind of late. I just got in here, sat down on the couch. But I did hear Richard here in Gallatin. Of course, I'm a lot closer. But thanks for what you do there, Paul. Hope everybody has a good night tonight. I'll talk to you later. W4DTC.
Yeah, that's David. He's in Gallatin. Gallatin. Whiskey. He's in Madison, excuse me. Whiskey 4 Delta Tango Charlie, correct? It is Madison, isn't it?
No, Gallatin.
I had it backwards. I don't know why. That's terrible. Anyway, it's David. He's in Gallatin. Whiskey 4 Delta Tango Charlie. Who else is any place, anywhere? Lollygaggers, sandbaggers, and lurkers are next.
Kilo Oscar 4 Juliet Tango Golf Gallatin.
Ah, very good. The Juliet Tango Golf in Gallatin. What's the name?
Brandon. I've never spoken to him. I've just been listening.
Ah, very good, Brandon. What kind of antenna do you use up there in Gallatin?
It's a diamond magnet mount sitting on the roof of my little back porch.
Oh, cool. Well, it's doing a good job. I wouldn't have too many problems with a Gallatin, but yeah, the mag mount on the, was it a metal roof on the porch?
Stainless steel sheet.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. No, you have a good signal here.
Very good.
Yeah, you're doing like 20 to 30 over into my station.
Well, I hear you just fine. It's hit and miss on most of the folks you speak to. Of course, I heard your buddy from Galveston just now pretty clear, but I didn't know how far he'd reach out or not.
Oh yeah, well this is a good reason why we've been doing this. It actually helps people get a good gauge on how they want to proceed if they are interested in Simplex. Now I know everybody's not interested in it, but it does give people a good idea how good their station works, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Well, very good. Glad to have you in there, Brandon. That was a first timer out of Gallatin. That's Brandon. That's Kilo Oscar 4 Juliet Tango Golf. He's working off of a piece of sheet metal underneath a mobile antenna, a mag mount antenna, I should say. It doesn't have to be a mobile antenna, but in this case, it's not. It's a stationary antenna. And it's got a good signal to me with, like I said, 20 to 30 over and Gallatin. Who else is any place anywhere? We move on to the preppers, SDR donglers, and the end time survivalists. And lastly, I guess the scanner listeners almost forgot about.
How about the flat earthers?
Oh, the flat earthers. Oh, those should have been first. Do we have a flat earther out there? Alrighty. Guess we didn't. All right. Well, we're going to finish off this portion on that. We had 31, 2, 3, 33. That's a kind of our average these days is in the 30s. For those of you who remember, 2 years ago, we were still around in the teens. So we've developed quite a bit over the time. For those of you that aren't on the email list, you can find it over there at groups.io and look up under Kilo. I'm sorry. You can look it up under, Mike. Forgot what it was. It's under MJSS, Mike Juliet Sierra Sierra. That's what it's under in the groups.io site. We used to be on Yahoo, but now we're on groups.io for about a year. Anyway, appreciate everybody checking in. We're going to move over to 28.415 upper sideband, 28.415, and I'll be there momentarily.
3752.
All righty, this is K4 PEW at the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. 28.415, taking check-ins from the wherever I was, from the east. I may have jumped in there too quick, but let's say anybody from the east or north.
KB9RKK.
All right, got you in there, Frank, KB9RKK. And anybody else east or north?
WB0NLO.
All right, got you in there, Mark. Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar Oscar. I also heard Earl in there. KE4DEZ. Got you in there too, Earl. Both good signals. Who else is east or north? Anybody else east or north? You can check in later if you haven't tuned up yet. Over to the west then.
Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot Mike at Bellshire.
All right, we got Mike in there. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Anybody else? And that's in Bellshire. Who else is west? All right, I did hear Jeff in there. Whiskey Yankee 4G. Jeff in Madison. There was another station in there. Who was that? Yeah, very good. I got special ears for that special antenna there, Chris. That's Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo with his indoor custom-made antenna, and it does actually work pretty good. Not always great, but it's a good antenna for local stuff. Who else is west?
KG4ILV Jack and Donaldson.
All right, Jack. Well, you're making Chris's signal look sickly.
Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, very good. You're Chris's antennas are on house arrest. That's what it is. Who else? Anybody else west? there a station I can't hear? Yeah, I start to hear voices after a while. It breaks up the voices in my own head. West or south, please come down.
Kilo 4 Oscar, Fox Oscar.
You sound great in there, Donnie. Good to have you in there. Which antenna are you on tonight?
I'm on dipole.
Very good. For a dipole, it's really good. I mean, I normally, dipole doesn't do well with my vertical, but yours does great.
Thank you.
Of course, only being 5 or 6 miles away, I'm sure helps a lot. That was Donnie in the Hermitage, Kilo 4 Oscar, Foxtrot Oscar. By the way, Donnie, how well do you hear people on 10 meters?
I'm hearing most people, the Dolphins, I think Chris was probably the weakest so far.
Yeah, no, he's got a, being inside, it's a little rough for him. All right, very good, Donnie. That's Kilo 4 Oscar, Foxtrot Oscar, and Hermitage, south of me. Who else is south or south? Any place anywhere, please come down.
W02 said our team in Nashville.
All right, we got Mark in Nashville. Signal sounds great. That's Whiskey 0 Golf Zulu Romeo. Anybody else? Late check-ins, please come down. I heard some clicking. Is that somebody? Any place, anywhere, please come down.
You got the guy from up Alpha Kilo checking in. I caught the tail end of it there.
Very good. The Kilo 4 Alpha Kilo. Are you still out there? Yeah, I'm not copying Zachary at all. Who else? Anybody else copying Zachary out of Lafayette?
I couldn't hear him. Oh. I definitely caught the AKK at the end.
Yeah, okay. We're going to take him in as a relay. That was Zachary, Kilo 4 Alpha Kilo. Very good. Anybody else? Please come down. Anybody, any place, anywhere, anyhow, please come down. All right, I think that wraps it up. We had Zachary on a relay, Kilo 4 Alpha Kilo up in Lafayette. Mark, Whiskey 0 Golf Zulu Romeo Nashville. Donnie, Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar in up a dipole there in the Hermitage, south of me. Jack, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor in Donaldson, as well as Chris in Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. Jeff in Madison, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Mike in Belshire, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Earl in Noreen, Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Mark, that was Zulu, not Zulu. And that was Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar in Northwest Wilson. And Frank in Northwest Mount Juliet, Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo. And myself, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey here in Mount Juliet. Like I said, in the cultural center of the universe, which the cultural center is, Walmart, just a quarter mile from it. Anyway, we had 11 in here tonight. Appreciate all the check-ins. So hope to catch you on Saturday. What's today? Saturday night. K4PEW closing on that.
Good job, Paul. KF4. Wow, are you? Give him a plaque.